Welcome to Delicious TV's Vegan Mashup. On today's Healthy on a Budget episode, our chefs are cooking dinner for six, a bounty of delicious dishes designed to feed a crowd and save you money. Miyoko Shinner suits up in her mother's kimono to make a family favorite, sukiyaki. Tony Fiore is making a hearty shepherd's pie, and our special guest, Chef AJ, joins Miyoko in the kitchen to make a fast and easy split pea soup.
I was having a really bad hair day, but all better now. All right, for my sukiyaki, we're going to feature a host of vegetables, starting with kabocha squash. Now, this is a Japanese squash that has a very thin, tender skin, which you can eat, so you don't have to peel it, which makes your job a whole lot easier. The seeds are also really dry. As you can see, you can just scrape them out easily. Cleans up very easy. It's not stringy or gooey like other pumpkins. And now we're going to slice this as thinly as we can. It's a very meaty, sweet squash. It's going to add a lot of richness to our sukiyaki. Now, sukiyaki is a Japanese dish that means grilled as you like it. And typically it features beef. Of course, we're making a vegetarian version. So we're going to be substituting kabocha, which adds a lot of richness, as well as shiitake mushrooms, which will give it a really meaty sensation. Okay, these are all sliced up. And I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Now, I got to tell you, this is one of the easiest dishes in the world to make. All we're going to do is put vegetables in here. We've got kabocha squash, shiitake, some Napa cabbage, some broccoli, and then a very special noodle that we're going to put in here. And then we're going to season it with some soy sauce, mirin, and agave nectar, and just cook it, just like that. It'll be done in about 10 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to grab some broccoli. This is baby broccoli. And I'm just going to put in whole stalks. I'm not going to cut it or anything. And just lay it down right next to the kabocha squash. Unless they're really, well, this one I might want to cut in half because it's kind of big. Might be a mouthful. Okay, I'm going to lay that down right there. Next, I've got some shiitake mushrooms right over here, and I've cut them in half. These are really meaty. Okay, so I'm putting in the shiitake right in the middle here. I know, I'm making nice little neat piles. This is the Japanese way, not to mix it all up. You could if you wanted to, but we're just going to make nice little neat piles. The next ingredient we're going to add is something that's sort of unusual, but becoming more and more popular in markets today. We're going to use something called shirataki noodles. Now, this one says tofu shirataki because tofu has been added to it. The traditional Japanese kind is either gray like this, or it also comes in a white color, which I don't have. There's no difference in flavor. You can get it at any Asian grocery store. What is so special about these? Do you like low calorie? How about no calorie? That's exactly what these are. They have no calories at all, no carbs, nothing, just pure fiber. It's made from a Japanese tuber called the konnyaku, or konjac in English. It's fabulous, full of fiber, great, and we're just going to drain these for a minute. I'm going to grab my colander over here at the sink. Okay, I've drained my shirataki noodles, and as you can see, they're really, really long. So it's a good idea to just kind of cut them a couple of times to make sure you're not, ending up with a strand that's about 3 feet long. And once you cut them, into the pot they go. And what's so wonderful about this noodle is that it absorbs whatever you cook it in. So all the juices from the vegetables and the seasonings we're going to add are going to be absorbed by the noodles, and they end up being so succulent and tender and delicious. You won't be able to stop eating them, I guarantee you that. Okay, now we're ready to move on to the seasonings. This is one of the easiest dishes with only 3 ingredients that will enhance the flavor of the vegetables. First of all, we have about a half a cup of soy sauce. This is low sodium soy sauce, which we're going to add to that. Now, that may seem like a lot of soy sauce and sodium, but the vegetables will dilute it. They're going to be swimming in liquid. Then we're going to add Japanese mirin, which is a sweet sake, and we're adding about, a third of a cup of that. And mirin will bring out the sweetness of the vegetables. It'll round out all of the rough edges. Absolutely fabulous to add. And then we're going to add agave. I'm adding about the same amount of agave as I would the mirin. All right, the next thing I'm putting in is tofu. Now, Japanese tofu is always what you would call medium or regular. So you just want to go for a regular or medium tofu, and you're going to slice it up about a ½ inch thick or so. And you can cut that in half this way so they're easier to handle. And got my Japanese chopsticks here. We'll just kind of push the other ingredients aside and set this in here. Okay, now we'll put a lid on this, and we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes or so until some of the juices come out of the vegetables, and then we'll be ready to add the Napa cabbage and the green onions.